McDavid. Moves in, McDavid goes upstairs! What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 31 of this NHL 20 Draft to Glory franchise mode with the Reading Royals. Just before we jump into this episode, if you guys are new to the channel, enjoying my content and haven't yet, please go down below and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. That is the main goal on this channel right now. But anyways, let's jump into the video. So guys, last episode we took on the New Jersey Devils and really had a bit of a walk in the park with them. We beat them in 5 games and, only lost one game that was a little bit humiliating. But Donovan Boyce is leading the team with 9 points in 5 games right now. Absolutely spectacular for a rookie, but that 1-6-3 loss kind of stung. Anyways, we are probably going to be going up against the Islanders here. Unfortunately, we don't get a Battle of Pennsylvania this year, but that's okay. I think, where did we finish? We finished 3rd, so the only 2 teams ahead of us are Tampa and Arizona, and they are both still in the playoffs at this point. So we're just going to keep simulating ahead here, and it's going to be a tough series here for sure against the Islanders, as they do have a very good system. So let's just go take one more look at the Islanders we actually did last episode. And if you missed last episode, go up in the top corner of the video and click the card right now. It will send you to an entire playlist. Matt Barzal is their 3rd line center at 35. That's actually crazy because they've got a lot of really good top 6 forwards here and then a couple elites. So I don't know. I think we should be able to probably take this team, but we'll see what happens because honestly, fringe starters are overpowered sometimes in this game, which makes no sense. But yeah, 6'4" goalie is going to be probably a little tough to beat. So we'll just shoot low, I guess. I don't know. Also, let's just look at this Reading team one more time and see how things are going. Obviously, Donovan Boyce is matched up against much weaker competition than he really should be, probably. But it's interesting to look at this team, see how things have shaped up, and it's pretty obvious that this top line is kind of carrying the team at this point, even though there's only +1 chemistry there. I think that they're going to be just fine. I think they're going to be able to perform all right. It's funny because if we toss a guy like Lashoff in here with the right line, we get a +3 there. But then it's like, okay, well, who do we throw up on the top line then? Like, it doesn't. There isn't anybody, unfortunately. Well, Sestito maybe, but yeah, as you can see, there isn't really anybody who it's like, yes, this guy should be playing top line minutes, unfortunately. So, I can try different players in here. Like, yeah, Alto fits, but that's 2 snipers then with a playmaker, which doesn't make the most sense. It definitely could be better, but yeah, no, we're not going to play like that, unfortunately, just because of, the all-around strength of this team. Our top 6 is all at least 88 rated. DeRoche kind of dropped off this last season, but that's all right. And yeah, like, all those guys are listed as second liners. All our top liners are listed as first liners. And well, yeah, I guess John Lewis is considering himself a second liner. I don't really believe that, but really where we have strength is on the defensive end for sure. Simply because we have so many good players here. So yeah, there isn't really a weakness in this team right now, and I think we definitely have a good chance of repeating here for the 3rd year in a row. All right, so heading into Game 1 here, obviously we have home ice advantage on just about every team except for 2 remaining here, and we might not even end up going up against any of them. We'll see how that goes, but let's see what happens here in Game 1. So, first period, we're up 2-1, 2 goals from Kozlov, 1 on the power play, and Borodziak scores on Muller there for the Islanders. We outshoot them 11-10. Second period, it's a 4-3 game as Lawton and Harkin find the back of the net for us, and then Pettersson scores twice for the Islanders. So heading into the third, we got that 1 goal advantage, but that's a little too tight in my opinion. And well, the Islanders don't score on a power play, but Olesen converts one for us. And this is looking good because that means that, being up 2 goals really provides that cushion as, we do let in a goal there from Brad Lambert on the power play, but then Ferguson responds at the 5.5-minute mark, and then Lawton scores again. Lots of goals here from Reading. 5-7 game as Lambert scores again there, but that is going to wrap it up in a barn burner of game 1. 12 goals scored. And yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. That was a pretty crazy game. But yeah, great job overall. So at this point, up 1-0 in the series. That's a pretty good start. But the looks of it, yeah, Arizona won, Toronto won, okay, and St. Louis won. But heading into game 2, Donovan Boyce, 11 points in 6 games, man. He's crushing it. Anyways, game 2, let's see what happens here. So, first period, we're down 2-1 as Montgomery and Pedersen scored. Chubasov gets the only goal for us. We got outshot 15-5. Guys, come on, home ice. Second period, it's a 3-3 game as we get 9 more shots, scored twice. Stanislav Kozlov really crushing it on the goals here so far in this series. 4 goals in just 2 games now. And we are still getting outshot 32-14 though, even though it is a tie game. So, heading into the third, really, things aren't looking so good. We kind of came in here and got outplayed by the Islanders up to this point. Fortunately, our scoring is good enough to have us had a tie, but that doesn't happen anymore as the Islanders score there. But then Lawton brings it back, ties it 4-4. You can definitely tell whose goaltending's better just based on the shots here. But we might be heading to overtime here, and we are, okay. So, OT, most unpredictable thing in all of hockey probably is how an overtime is going to go. And we unfortunately lose that one as Lindstrom scores. Really? Okay. I mean, we did give up 44 shots, but I get the feeling, okay, somehow all our players got stars of the game there. Don't ask me how, but that was a pretty bad performance overall from our team. So it looks like the Eastern Conference is tied 1 apiece. Meanwhile, St. Louis and Arizona seem to have the upper hands in their series. So, heading into Game 3, this is in New York now, so we'll see how this goes. We need to definitely come back after that pretty bad home game, but yikes. Lafreniere starts it off strong for the Islanders as they shoot us 11-9 and score 3 goals. Second period, it's a 3-1 game as Lashoff brings 1 back, but really this game is looking like it's out of reach. Maybe not as Archer gets a shorthanded goal for us. That is pretty massive. So we'll see if that was the backbreaker for the Islanders. Doesn't seem to be as Ryder scores a goal there. And this game, it looks like it's out of reach. I don't think Reading's going to be able to get this back, especially not converting on a power play there. And we are going to go down to the Islanders probably 2-1 here. Even if Lawton scores, yeah, okay. Not much time left though, and yeah, we lose that game 4-3. That's just bad, boys. You can't lose close games like this if you're going to win in the playoffs. We all know this already. We've gone through this before. And nobody's scoring at a consistent pace anymore on our team. Yes, Lawton has 8 or 9 goals in 8 games, but man, this New York team was right there with us, and we are going to have to play better if we want to win this series. So, game number 4 in New York. This could really decide the series. We go down 2-1 off the first period. Even though we outshot them, Ferguson gets our lone goal. Montgomery and Cummins score for the Islanders. Second period, it's a 3-2 game. This is not looking good, man. Lewis scored for us, but really, we're not getting enough shots to really command this game and get a goal back at this point, and I'm kind of worried about what the team's actually going to be able to do as Pedersen scores on the power play again. I haven't seen our team convert on more than 2 power play goals this series, and that's just not good enough. So, Nordquist scores, but it's going to be too little too late as we go down 3-1 in this series. That's disgusting, boys. You guys are playing like shit right now. There's no other way to put it. You're just playing like shit. So, Jamie Lawton doesn't score again. That's really helping us out. St. Louis sweeps the Avs. Looks like Tampa's probably going to go through as they win 3 games in a row. Jesus Christ, okay. Well, we need things to go our way here and now, or we are done, which is not what we want to see from Reading. We've obviously won 9 playoff series in a row here, and I don't want to have that end at 10. So we go down 1-0 off the first. That's just absolutely spectacular. We outshoot them 11-8, but we just can't seem to score right now. So, second period is 1-1. You know I have to jump in, guys. This is game 6. This is elimination for us, and we cannot get eliminated here. when we are this much better a team. All right, so here we go. Really, we're just going to have to play way better. Ferguson fires another one. That was a good shift overall. I mean, yes, the Islanders have a lot of pressure, but we gotta do something here, man. Come on. So there's another good face-off win. Chubasov firing through traffic, and it somehow finds the net. I did not entirely see how that went in. There was some kind of deflection, or it hit the goalie or something. But second goal of the playoffs. That's a great start to the third period here. What exactly happened there? Oh, the goalie did get a piece of it, but he just didn't get it high enough, really. So yeah, that's what happens when you have a fringe starter, man. How does this go in? I'm kind of confused. So it goes right past Nordquist. It hit the goalie's like underside of his, or maybe upper side of his blocker. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, up 2-1 now. This is where we want to be. Okay, get out of here. Buddy Kozlov's a better player than like 95% of their team. Yeah, come on, like, let's go. Stanislav is honestly a monster, and I kind of got the feeling he was probably going to tuck one in there still. So yeah, just gets in the right spot, and we know Durocher is a setup guy. And when you can set up guys like that right in the slot, man, you know he's going to pick that one, especially on a fringe starter all day. So we're up 3-1 now, and that's just, that probably seals it at this point. There's 7 minutes left, but, you know, that's still enough time. Oh, that was almost the perfect pass there. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we do manage to take Game 5 there. It's not Game 6, because it would be in New York, but we stay alive. That is the biggest part of this win. And we just got to keep going at this point, because that was too close, man. We do win that game 3-1, but that's just some really good offensive talent on this team. All right, so heading into Game 7 here, we have a chance to beat the Islanders and be the last team to advance to the conference finals. Tampa, Arizona, and St. Louis are already through. Let's see what we can do here. So let's toss the headphones back on. And first period, we're down 1-0. That's a great start. We outshoot them 7-6 and don't score. Second period, it's a 3-3 game as Grachev and Borodziuk score for the Islanders. Olesen, Urkamps, and Kozlov score for us. Kozlov on the power play. We outshoot them 18-17 heading into the third period of Game 7. Really, we should just be lighting them up. I don't know how we haven't. Their defense and goaltending's so bad. Like, come on, man. All right, so here we go. We got a power play too here to start off this third period, so if we can make this count, that's going to be really good. All right, here we go. Sestito, toe drag, put it up top. Dear God, that was a good chance. And Sestito still finds the net. Let's go. Man, Dallas is a really crafty player for being undersized. Like, he just creates so many chances. Kind of reminds me of a guy like Yamamoto or Martin St. Louis or somebody like that who's, you know, undersized but super skilled. Like, created the first chance and then just picks it past the blocker, as he should, really. This goalie is not that good. When you got a one-on-one chance, we should be scoring most of the time. So, yeah, 4-3 lead now, thank God. And, we just really got to hold this lead now. Alright, under a minute left. We're still putting on the attack. Good chance, rebound. Boyce looking for the pass, doesn't find it. Hakana tees one up, and that's in the net, but it's going to be a no-goal because Olesen's standing right in the crease. Yeah, I think it went off of his hand, too. Like, it hit his glove as he had his stick up like this. Like, oh, man, that's just too bad. It was definitely going wide, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, that's going to be a no-goal. I'm 90% sure here. And, we got a goal! That should have been goalie interference, probably, because actually, maybe not. It might have hit him in the chest and redirected in, which is legal, but he was kind of standing in the crease. So, yeah, anyways, 3-1. A goal goes our way that maybe shouldn't have, but we already had this game kind of locked up anyways. And, oh god. I let those guys just walk in. See, that's a good chance. Oy, oy, oy. And we are through on a very tight series here, man. Holy jeez. That was a little bit too close. I didn't think it was going to be that close, but it really was. So, yeah, good series. And we're going to head on here to Tampa Bay because I want to take on Melvin Miller and Carson Lambos and Gove and all their other good players that they have, because they do have a lot of good players. So we're down to our last 4 teams now in the playoffs, and you know, let's take a quick look at who's remaining here. So obviously we got the Arizona Coyote offense. That's all they have. They literally only have offense. They have no defense. Like, look at this bottom 6 or bottom 4. That should just get absolutely murdered, but apparently not. Then we have only a couple other teams here remaining after that. We got St. Louis, who actually looks really fine, I have to say. They are a good-looking team. They got Kim Nicolas on there. Marvin Bobelev is a nice name. And then obviously Bryce Anthony, Amari Menard as well. He was a number 1 overall pick. What? He dropped off. He must have had a couple bad seasons or something. No, he didn't. Like, what? I guess he did. Because he just got... What? How does your potential drop off when you're scoring like that? That doesn't make sense to me. They also got McLennan's looking pretty nice there. They got Sean Monahan too. Is that Tyronin? Yeah, it is. Tyronin. In the bottom corner there. Anyways, and then their goaltending, they got Rennes, I believe is how you say it. So Rennes looks alright, but I would say this team's probably the strongest that we're going up against here again with Tampa Bay. Just because they've got, you know, some pretty crazy players up top, as well as... Hi, what's up?
Just saying hi.
Hi.
Are you working after lunch?
Yeah, I was just too tired this morning. Like, I'm just sore.
You deserve to. That's fine. I wasn't going to bother you. Come get some lunch.
I will in a minute. Okay. I would definitely say this Tampa team is probably one of the best still, just because they've got, you know, a lot of depth, a lot of good players, and they have defense too. Like, the top pairing's insane. It's 2 top defensemen here. Like, yeah, that's gonna be really solid for them. I don't know about the rest of the team. We'll see, but I think they will definitely prove to be a challenge. They're probably a little bit stronger than the Islanders were, as they will have home ice advantage over us here. Alright guys, so I am definitely ready to exact some revenge here on the Tampa Bay Lightning, as they were the last team that handed us a playoff elimination at this point. I'm 90% sure about that. Because, yeah, the last 2 years in a row, we've won the Stanley Cup. And this year before that, we got knocked out first round by Tampa. So we're going to start off here. We are in Tampa, as they have home ice advantage. The only team that we would be playing against without home ice advantage at this point would be St. Louis, if they do make it through somehow. But, yeah, let's see what happens here in Game 1 of the conference finals. So Tampa goes up 1-0, goal from Matt Dumba. He's got to be like 78 rated or something like that. They outshoot us 9-8. Second period, it's a 1-1 game, as Stanislav Kozlov gets his 10th goal of the playoffs and is really just crushing it at this point. So let's see if this can continue or what's going to happen here. Tampa seems to have the shot advantage right now by a couple shots, and that proves to pay off as I don't know how you say it, scores, and then Tkachuk scores, and then Kidney scores. See, this is what I'm talking about. I was saying Tampa's a better team, and that proves to be true, as we really kind of just get steamrolled here in Game 1. That's not great. That's really not great, boys. I was hoping for a slight better performance than that, than just Stanislav Kozlov scoring our only goal. Like, Arizona wins too, so, you know, the highest ranked teams are winning games. All right, so heading into Game 2, was a pretty brutal first loss there. So Game 2, Starts off 1-1 as Lawton and Point score for their respective teams. We get outshot again, 12-7. Come on, boys. Show some backbone. Second period, we're down 2-1 as Peyton Krebs scores, man. He's 84 rated and like 37 years old. And then Cameron scores for Tampa Bay, and we are just getting steamrolled again. Motherfucker. This team is not that good. I'm sorry. Like, they got 2 defensemen and 1 forward line. And we have 1 player, apparently, in Stanislav Kozlov. Like, what are we paying you guys for? I'm sorry, Thomas Nordenquist, but you're going to have to put up about 5 more goals before I start calling you a player on this team. How are we scoring 4 goals here, man? This is ridiculous. Like, our team's just not good enough to beat Tampa. And that's going to prove true, even though we come back within 1 goal. You have to tie the fucking game to actually win the game. So, terrible first 2 road games. And if we don't start playing hockey here, we are going to get swept. That's the only way I can say this. And I don't want Tampa Bay to be our kryptonite because they literally only have 3 players. So, disgusting that we've let in 10 goals in 2 games against this team. Home game in Reading, you guys better fucking win. Period 1. Olesen scores. Of course, Donato scores shorthanded too. And we get outshot yet again. Second period, we're finally up in this series for the first time as Kozlov and Lashoff score. Stillman still gets 1, so it's only a 1-goal game. And you know Tampa will undoubtedly tie this game up. No surprise there, because the computer just absolutely loves them. Like, God, what a joke. We get a 4-minute power play. We don't convert on it. Tampa's still out shooting us, and Tampa's still outscoring us. What the fuck? Really, EA? Really? You're going to send this to overtime when we just completely outplayed them? Like, I know we're going to lose this game. That's just the way this is going to go, because Tampa is literally having the computer just suck there. Like, God, it's just... I'm not impressed. I am not impressed. We should not be down 3-1 against a team that is this average, okay? They're average. So, can we win a fucking sim on home ice with our advantage in every single possible way? Or is that just not allowed, hey? Second period. Wow, we're actually leading by more than 1 fucking shot. That's surprising in many ways. All right, well, Durocher and Lashoff score in the last 4 minutes of the period, thank God. And if we don't win this game, I'm going to lose it. Okay, Lawton scores, thank God. We're still down 3-0 in this series at this point. We could probably lose this game still because we've seen Tampa score 5 goals in a period before. Okay, I guess we're the ones doing the scoring finally. I'm not even going to commentate it. You guys can just sit here and watch with me because, you know, this is about time Tampa gets their asses whooped. They deserve it, honestly. Wow, they got another goal. You going to score 5 more in the last minute of the game? Hey? No? Okay. Well, at least that was somewhat realistic because we are just simply that much better than them. So we got a 3-1 series on our hands now. Looks like, okay, St. Louis is giving Arizona a run for their money, as they should. They have better defense and just a better all-around forward group, in my opinion, too. But whatever. Okay, game 5 now? Yeah, we're down 3-1. All right, we start off 2-1 in Tampa. Lawton gets a pair of goals. That's pretty solid. Second period, we're up 7-1. Wow, okay, so someone finally decided to turn on the scoring here. When when the AI forgets that you have sim engine scoring on high, so every simulation is going to be high scoring, and then you have 100 offense too. Yeah, should be scoring 5 goals a game. I'm sim in the third period. If they score 6 goals or more, then we deserve to lose. All right, so yeah, 7-1 game. We're headed to game number 6 now. And we got a 3-2 series on our hands. Looks like Arizona won that last game. All right, let's see if we can send this to a 7-game series yet again, or not. So, first period, we're up 1-0. Kozlov scores. We're tied 10-10 on shots. Second period, we're up 2-0 as Nordquist scores, and we're up 20-19 on shots. All right, let's just finish them off here and send it to Tampa for Game 7, where we know we can try to play our game. So, power play for Tampa does not convert. Thank you very much. All right, and then Durocher gets another goal. Beautiful. This is what we wanted to see on home ice. Another just dominant win, and Tampa is realizing, oh shit, Reading probably is the second best team in the league, even though, actually, like, I'm saying second best. We're the best team in the league. Who cares about the regular season standings, man? Like, Arizona just got lucky, probably had an easy schedule, and somehow played a lot of teams that did not exploit their defense. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, Arizona and St. Louis go to 7 games as well. So this is all down to the wire here, man. Let's see what happens. And we could win this. We could lose this. Who knows? But first period, we're up 2-1. Goals from Olesen and Boyce. Dumba scores on the power play too. We get outshot 14-11. Second period, we're up 4-2, man. We got this thing locked down at this point. We have won 4 games in a row at this point. Well, we will win 4 games in a row at this point to lock up this series. So one other thing I'm going to predict right now, guys, is that the St. Louis Blues win the conference finals against the Arizona Coyotes. All right, so penalty kill here. We gotta shut them down if we can, and God, man, that's just stupid. Like, I had the puck on my stick, and all I was trying to do was get it into the corner. And somehow it ends up right back on Lambos' stick, right in the high slot. Like, that's just gross. There's a storm coming for the cup. Yeah, but the storm's a little too late here as they blew 4 games in a row. Maybe not. This is a 1-goal game, and we could very easily blow this still, so. Where are you going, hey? Where are you going? You ain't going to the Stanley Cup Finals because Trevor Lashoff is the best player in the NHL. That's as simple as it is, okay? Nice shot. Nice goal. Apparently Stanislav Kozlov's actually the best player in the NHL because he's the best player on the best team, so. Yeah, I mean, that's just a snipe, man. Gannon is not a good enough goalie to stop that on a consistent basis. Yeah, that's just a rocket of a wrist shot right up into the top corner, and we have probably sealed this game at this point, but who knows. Jesus, man, we just let him walk back into the game all the time. Oh. We gotta stop doing that. We just gotta. That's brutal. Alright, come on, boys. We gotta shut them down here. We can't let them back in, and there's still 14 minutes left. Let's get out of our own end, please. Thank you very much. Archer. Oh, that should have been in the net. Kozlov, man. Bury it. There's the pass. And there we go. That's the game. I saw Archer just standing alone in front, man, and it's like, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay when you do that, and that's only his 4th goal of the playoffs, but it doesn't matter because it's a huge one here, so beautiful. I thought that one was probably gonna be in. We got 2 90-rated players passing around in front of the net. Usually they're gonna be able to find the net if one of them's open, so yeah, too bad there. But we got this pretty much locked up at this point. We are going to have some penalty to kill here. Oh, that was actually a good chance by Boyce shorthanded there. And there's 5 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1. Wow, man. That was an insane comeback. Like, holy crap. Tampa thought they had it, and then they just blew a whole bunch of games in a row. Teams that are good usually don't go on more than 2-game losing streaks. 3 was a bit of an anomaly for us. We lost 3 in a row to Tampa, but we came right back and won 4 and made them look pretty foolish. So that's a great win. You love to see that. So Urkamps is going to lift it because, well, I guess he's not, because Amir Ferguson is injured right now. So yeah, he just assumes the role of captain at this point, I guess. So should be an alternate. It should be Durocher or Lawton, but yeah, that didn't seem to make a difference. So I'm hoping we get that was probably one of our toughest series, honestly, but I'm hoping that we get Amir Ferguson back here as soon as possible. Because really, when Ferguson is in the lineup, and I called it, St. Louis wins Game 7 there. But yeah, when Ferguson's in the lineup, you know, we're crushing it. We have a great team, and usually we don't lose that many games. So he's out until June 9th. Yikes. Where are we at right now? We're still in May. Yeah, we're not going to have Ferguson back here, man. That's too bad. Okay. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to just unassign the captain for now on him, and we're going to give the third alternate to Kozlov, because he's just been playing insanely well. And yes, I know we're stripping him of the captaincy because he's going to be injured and miss the playoffs just for now. So we'll give the C back to him as soon as the playoffs are over here. But it's like, you know what? We want somebody who hasn't lifted the cup before to lift it, because Amir Ferguson's got to lift it the last 2 years in a row. He's going to miss the finals here, so we'll get to see. It's going to be between one of three players. It's either going to be Kozlov, Lawton, or Durocher will be getting to lift the Stanley Cup here, which is going to be absolutely awesome for them, obviously. You know, when you have guys that don't fit the lines that well, you kind of want to play them on other lines, but it doesn't make a big difference. We got all the plus ones there. And yeah, unfortunately, our 94 rated franchise defenseman will miss the remainder of the playoffs here, as we will be taking on the St. Louis Blues next round. Let's just give them one more quick look to wrap up this episode. So really, St. Louis, in my opinion, was a way better team than Arizona, just because of the all-around team play here. Like, they got way better defense, in my opinion. They just have the depth there to do some kind of damage. And I mean, they could probably use another defenseman, honestly, but Jesper Larson, very nice defenseman there, kind of their cornerstone defenseman, I guess. And yeah, he's a two-way, man. He's just a beast. But you know, their goaltending's okay. Nothing out of the ordinary or super spectacular. And besides that, like, yeah, Bryce Anthony scores a lot of goals. He's an old Reading player. He's actually a subscriber created player. And, you know, Amari Menard, another great shooter. They got lots of guys who can shoot the puck. But as far as, you know, playmaking and stuff like that goes, you know, I don't see where they're getting all of their scoring from. I don't think they are getting a lot of scoring, to be honest. But, yeah, if we look through here, like, you know, I think, I guess it would be Monahan's probably leading the team there with like 26 points. So yeah, I mean, we got lots of big scores here in the playoffs. Obviously, Kozlov's leading our team with 25 points there. And he's very well-rounded as a player. 13 goals and 12 assists is good. So next episode, we will take on the St. Louis Blues in the Stanley Cup Finals. That's going to be crazy, and we will have home ice advantage for that. And obviously, we do pass our goal to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please go down below, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you have notifications turned on so you never miss when I upload. But that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya.